Jamie, what do you think of this latest development in that approach?
And I think it is what we expected to see. It's unfortunate. We at Hut 8 were a miner of Ethereum, and certainly would have liked to see it continue as a proof of work network.
Mike, what do you think of the SEC's deal with Kraken and the idea that staking as a service they see as a security?
Echo that sentiment. The proof of stake allows concentration of larger funds just buying up simply the coin and having an influence over the network, whereas proof of work is truly democratized. You have a network of miners globally contributing to the network and securing how the platform performs.
I'd love to double down on that with you, Jamie, because you had just kind of mentioned this idea where you had mined Ethereum as well. You know, what's the path forward? It was interesting to see Ethereum prices really rebound, even with that looming threat of greater regulatory oversight or crackdown, if you will. So what's the road ahead for assets outside of Bitcoin?
I think it's really difficult to say, and certainly clarity is something that the industry desperately needs in order for it to chart a more solid path forward.
And, you know, Michael, on that note as well, too, you know, what does it do now that both of your companies are put together in an industry that was so sorely bruised after last year? You are seeing this kind of price increase this year. What does that price increase of Bitcoin itself mean for the merger of both of your companies?
We have a ton of synergies. We've always held Hut to the highest regard, and with Jamie at the helm, being able to be so disciplined throughout the bull markets, whereas the rest of the public peers were bought into the hysteria and bought very expensive hardware. The companies that come out as true winners are built in the bear markets. It's maintaining that balance sheet and knowing how to be agile and navigate the downturns.
What's your approach, Mike, to the energy usage debate? I know Jamie has long been a champion of greener mining at Hut 8. How do you approach this problem?
Absolutely. It's shown within the sites that we operate at. In New York, we're right at Niagara Falls. We're over 90% hydro. In Texas, we have sites that are behind the meter, directly on the sites of the energy generation, at the solar farms, at the wind farms. We partner with the energy companies, the renewable energy companies.
So, Jamie, in terms of your business, you've long benefited from the fact that you're not in the United States of America. And we just heard from Michael Shalov saying he's worried that the kind of regulation we're going to get post-FTX is going to push businesses out. How do you view that in light of this combination?
I think geographic diversity is really important. We've long been exclusively in Canada, really looking for the right entry point into the US, and we believe we found the perfect partner in US Bitcoin to do that.
Jamie, do you think that after this merger, there are more opportunities for consolidation? You know, a lot of the issues of last year was the unwillingness of capital markets to really open up to the crypto sector, a lot of nervousness around the mining sector, but you did see very interesting deals pop up. You saw interesting rescue financings. What do the capital markets and merger environments look like for you now as a bigger company?
Yeah, I think we were expecting to see consolidation in the space. It was a little bit late to come, but we have seen some really interesting deals in mining over the last few months. And I think we're going to continue to see more M&A activity throughout the balance of 2023.
But what about for you? I mean, is there anything that you could do to either raise more money or buy more assets as you've seen so many other companies struggle?
I think our focus right now is entirely on getting this deal closed and bringing the companies together. But certainly, I've been on a growth trajectory, and I don't see that as something that will change in New Hut post closing of the deal.